Hi, Kathy D. Harris here, and I hope you enjoy your quiz results. They're just below. I created this short video that I think you'll find helpful, and I want to start by asking you something. Why do patients go looking for a new dentist? And when they go looking for a new dentist, where do they look? What do they look for? And what are they looking at? One of the most familiar reasons you hear when a new patient comes to your practice is that they're new to the area. Now, that makes sense, of course, because people move and they need to find a new dentist. But investigate a little deeper and you'll find their motivations are not necessarily as clear-cut. And I'm sure you realize that a lot of your patients that you lose because they move. But did you know that 41% of the population moves every 5 years, according to Canadian census data? I found that number high and surprising because that's a lot of mobility. But here's what I find interesting. 50% of those that moved stayed within the same municipality. So here's what I want you to think about. If patients out there who are new to a dentist are new because they moved, are they really saying they weren't happy with their previous dentist if they're still in the same municipality? You see, I think that moving gave them an excuse to change, made it easier for them to leave without having to voice their dissatisfaction, which means there's a huge opportunity that you might be missing. And in the interest of time, I'm not going to talk about patient retention in this video. Of course, it's critically important. What I do want to talk about, though, is how you can attract those patients and bring them to your practice. You see, when patients go looking for a new dentist, and before they walk through the door or pick up the phone, they begin the process of getting to know you, like you, and trust you. They begin looking for a dental practice that addresses the concerns that made them leave their last dentist. And in today's world, they do this online. So if they're going online, what do they need to see to get to know you, like you, and trust you? What do they need to see to have confidence that you're not like the last dental practice which they left? And even more critical, how can you improve what they see so that you're the practice that they call? You need to first begin with a clear picture of how your practice is seen by prospective patients. What's the easiest and fastest way to know how a prospective patient sees your practice? Well, most dentists that I work with will tell you the greatest help is a practice checkup. Just like you know the importance of dental checkups for your patients, the same goes for your practice. So what is a dental practice checkup? Simply put, it's a snapshot of your practice through the eyes of a prospective patient. The practice checkup begins with an assessment and a critique of your Google reviews. So you might ask, why would you start with Google reviews? Well, it's because those reviews are a window into your practice, and your reviews tell a story. And that story influences people's behavior, both positively and negatively. Positively meaning if they like your reviews, they may go and look at your website. But if they don't like your reviews, if they get a negative vibe, then they'll probably just move on and go to the next practice and read their reviews. So your practice checkup will give you insight into what your reviews tell patients about your practice, your staff, and your patient care. And it will identify how you can use those reviews to attract new patients. Then if you pass the Google review test, they go to your website. So how does the homepage of your website measure up? Does it attract patients or not? The checkup will identify changes or improvements that you can make in your website to attract new patients. The next place they might look is your Facebook page. How do you engage with people on Facebook? What do your posts tell people about your practice, your staff, about the experiences patients have at your practice, about the culture of your practice? Your practice checkup will give you suggestions for your Facebook page so that you are more attractive to new patients. And then finally, your online presence. How easy are you to find? All listings such as Facebook, canned pages, yellow pages, and so forth are compared to your Google listing. Google views their listing as the correct listing for your practice. All other listings must be identical, and I mean identical. Why? If they're not the same, the Google search engines will treat them as different places or different practices, and this will negatively impact your rankings. So your customized practice checkup looks at your online presence and identifies any inaccurate listings that you need to fix. Let's just really quickly summarize what's included in the practice checkup. First of all, it's an assessment and a critique of your Google reviews and how you can use those reviews to attract new patients. It identifies changes or improvements that you can make to the homepage of your website so it's more attractive to patients. It's a critique of your Facebook posts and a template of postings to attract new patients. I'll also show you, by the way, how to leverage those posts on other social media sites such as Twitter, Pinterest, and so on. And finally, it's a review of your online listings and the identification of any of those that don't match Google that you need to fix. So how can you access this practice checkup? Well, I'm going to make you what I call a crazy offer. Normally the practice checkup is $497, but I'm making this crazy offer just for dentists that have taken the practice growth and leadership quiz, because I know you're serious about growing your practice and you want to attract new patients. So the practice checkup is yours for only $50. Now, you might ask, Kathy, why is it only $50 if it's such a good checkup for my practice? And that's a fair question. I want to be fully transparent. I'm making you this special offer because I think when you see it and you see the value that it provides, your next question is going to be, okay, Kathy, what else do you have or how else can you help me? So you have nothing to worry about. The practice checkup is 100% money back guaranteed. If for any reason you get your results and you don't think that the practice checkup was super helpful, let me know. I'll give you your money back. No questions asked. So let's just talk quickly about how this works. You click the red button below, you complete the payment information. And I want to make sure you complete all of the information because we'll need your practice name and your website URL. And then we'll get to work on your checkup right away. Now, as you can appreciate, because the report and the checkup is fully customized to your practice, it takes my team and I a few days to turn this around. 3 days on average, sometimes a little bit longer, but we'll let you know. We'll send you an email so you know we're working on it. And then when it's done, we'll schedule a time to deliver it and go over the results with you. We'll show you how patients view your practice. So just in closing, if you want to attract more new patients and see how your practice is viewed by prospective patients, click the red button below and get your practice checkup booked today. Be confident that your practice is seen in the best possible way. And also enjoy the quiz results. I think you're going to have some amazing insights